crafty friend, it's Justine Dvorak from Stationery by Justine, where when I craft, my world stands still. Welcome to today's video. I will just mention that it is a hop, so I will put all the details in the description down below. But let's dive into what I'm using here today, and then I will go into voiceover as we create. I'm going to make a shaped card that has a magnetic closure, so I'm very excited to start making. But let's just quickly chat. First, I'm using the soup can and die card set. Soup can card die set. There we go. And that makes this really fun shape. I'm going to use the pill bottle option today, but you can also make a can of soup, which is super cool. I will be making samples of this later in next month, so you can go ahead and check out my Instagram right here. I'll put it on the screen and you can see that there. And then I'm also using things like this stamp, which is called Nurse Appreciation Stamp, and it has a coordinating die. And it also has another little sentiment, and this one I'm going to pop in the center of my card here today. So let me just put that on my desk so I don't forget to put that in the center. And then there are coordinating dies for the big stamp and the small stamp there. I love when there's coordinating dies. It always makes my life so much easier for sentiments. Now, my other thing that I'm using here today, the little pills come from this soup can. And then my last thing is called the Tiny Bandage set. So I have that on the top of this magnetic platform here. And it is just really darling. It makes it a piece that actually looks like a Band-Aid. So this is going to be part of my closure. And I'm very excited to try this out. I haven't used anything like this in my craft room before, so I'm excited to see how it goes. So before I do all of the assembly, I am going to do some just simple coloring on the words that are here, and I'm going to have it coordinate with the pills here. And I think it's just super fun that this is a shaped card because I love shaped cards. So let's just dive right into the make. So I'm going to take some Copic colors. I'm going to use some blue greens, or the BGs, starting off with the darkest color and working my way to a mid-tone and then to a light tone. I love that these sentiments for the words have bubble letters because you can make the colors of the letters anything you want, and it can be something completely different. I'm going to have a video on Trinity Stamps channel on the 31st, so if you want to check that out, you certainly can. I use the same stamp set, and it looks like a completely different card. So I definitely recommend you checking out that video and check out the Trinity Stamps YouTube channel if you have not yet. Like I said, this is a hop video, so there is some exciting things going on in the description, so check out the hop. And then I do have a link for purchasing from Trinity Stamps if you are interested. If you use my link, it does help me out, and I appreciate you using my links for anytime you shop because it helps me and it does not cost anything extra for you. Now I'm going to add some shine to my letters with a white gel pen. This is the 08 size. I also have the 05 size, but I like the 8 because it's just a little bit of a thicker line, and I think the gel and the ball in the pen do not get stuck as easily. So the 8 is my favorite. Now I'm going to take some cool grays, so C5 and C3. And just add a little bit of color to the stethoscope, and a little bit of white gel pen just on the tops, just to add a little bit of shine because it is like a metal piece. And then I'm going to go in with these YR tones that are kind of neutral, but definitely more of the orangey side, and this will coordinate with the background of my pill bottle. And blue and orange are lovely colors together. They are complementary. They're opposite of each other on the color wheel. So blue and orange are always a good pair for me. Then I'll take that E11, which is a real neutral, kind of a tan color or beige, and just put that in the center to blend it out. And of course, white gel pen on top. Here's a look at all the colors I used. If you need to pause it, go for it. Now, The pill bottle or the soup can die has a inside spot and a outside. So I used the bright orange on the outside and white in the center. Now I'm going to line up the cap with some tape because I don't want to glue it on and it have things not fit. So I'm just using tape to make sure everything is in the right spot. And this tape won't be coming off, but I will glue everything down. So the tape is helping keep everything in the right spot, but it's not the only thing holding down everything. But sometimes you just have to utilize your tape and make it work, like Tim Gunn. Make it work, people. Can you hear the little birdie outside my window right now? Spring has sprung here in Minnesota. Anyway, now I will just glue this whole thing on the front. And as I said before, this could also be a soup can. So I'm excited to try that out too. There's the soup can, and then there's also a bowl of soup. So if you hop along to other videos, you're going to see some really cool projects. I've had the pleasure to see a few of those already. Now, I know I said I was going to do a magnet closure. That was before I started filming. It did not work. I need a stronger magnet, so I'm going to pivot. I'm still going to use the Band-Aid, and I'm going to use the circle die that came with this die set and use the circle as a little closure for the string. I did not want to abandon my Band-Aid idea with the closure. I just thought that would be so fun. So I'm going to just pivot, make it work, even though there is no magnet. I do have a few cards that I made little decorations and presents with magnets on my channel, and they were like giftable. So if you're interested in seeing those, you certainly can. So for the Band-Aid, I'm gluing half of it onto the front of my card front, which is the shaped card, and the other half will just be hanging off the back. And it will kind of work as a little bandeau or a band around the back. And I'm really going to jazz it up, so don't worry. I'm so sorry if you're disappointed that I'm not using the whole magnet idea, but I just don't have a strong enough magnet, and that's just the way it goes sometimes. But I had this idea to use this closure with the coordinating orange string, and I just did not want to abandon my Band-Aid. Now I'm going to pop up the whole pill bottle with some foam, just so it lays flat with my Band-Aid. I cut out the section where the Band-Aid is, so it will not be popped down or popping up over the Band-Aid. I thought about having the string go around, but that looked strange to me. So I have my little dot here, which has 3 layers of foam and then just a piece of thick white cardstock. And I'll just wrap that little string around that hole. Now, these little embellishments called Happy Pills have stolen my heart. They are so cute with the little smileys. I pulled out a few of the teal colored ones for putting into the actual pill bottle, and then 2 big ones that are going to be used on my string. The other colors are super cute, and I know I'll use them on future projects, but for today I wanted to stay in the color palette of the teal and the orange. And looking back, I think if I did a teal heart, that would be super cute on the Band-Aid, although the red heart is very just kind of like that classic red heart look. Now my little pills here are being glued together, so my reverse tweezers will keep them stuck together as I go ahead and finish gluing on the rest of these adorable little embellishments. Trinity Stamps has, like I said, a lot of nursing and some sympathy stuff coming out this month. And the soup and the soup can and the soup bowl, and then really lovely sentiments like the Healing Wishes stamp set and then the Sympathy stamp set. Now, the one that is called Simply Sentimental Sympathy Stamp Set. Goodness, say that 5 times fast. Anyway, that is a very lovely stamp set, and it is perfect for sympathy. Sympathy cards are something that is always recommended and requested for me for card making, so I really like that stamp set. It can be worked alone as a stamp set, and then there's also a coordinating die. But if you are not a stamper and you like die cutting, the die set can stand alone, but it can also coordinate with the stamp. So if you're interested in seeing how that works, let me know in the comments and I will provide a video on my channel at some point showing that lovely technique. I think Trinity Stamps is pretty neat that they do something like that. Anyway, I will see you next time in my next video. If you've stayed till the end, thank you so much for watching. I very much appreciate it. And let me know what you think about this card before you head out on the hop and check out the other amazing cards on the hop. We will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye, crafty friend.